Ya, Assalamualaikum and good afternoon to everyone. My name is Sabrina Balkis binti Syahriman, metric number 259069. Okay, we are from group 2. We will present about the cash management service. Okay, I will present about the background of the cash management service. So, cash management service has been a predominant type in managing the day-to-day administration of cash inflows and outflows. So, cash management can be important for both individuals and companies. Therefore, the ultimate goal of cash management is to maximize liquidity and minimize the cost of funds. So, cash management also is a key component when it comes to creating and sustaining a company's financial stability. So, it must be uh, it must be managed accordingly to maximize earnings because the words of the word cash itself is the primary asset used to pay obligations. So, in business, cash management is a critical component of business operations, needing special attention. So, with poor cash management, it is possible that the business can make a profit, but with good cash management, profits could be much more. So, for instance, if a business is borrowing funds for working capital management, then it is paying interest on the borrowed funds, which is a cost of the business. Now, it's likely that it may not need to borrow for working capital, the saving on interest which adds back to profit if the business monitors its inventories, account payables, and account receivable properly. Okay, last. Why we choose the cash management topic is because cash management is one of the bank biggest asset in their operation. Therefore, the importance of cash management itself for every new and growing business are a big why when choosing this topic. So, it also can improve our knowledge on how to handle the cash management service in the future. In the future. Besides, this topic also can be applied to our daily life in managing the cash inflow and outflow for the financial year.
Hi, my name is Nolina Karida binti Mahathir, metric number 259122. Today I want to present about current perform of cash management service. The current perform used by bank is firstly merchant deposit. Next, with the merchant deposit application, offering service includes first, simple application process. Second, all suppliers are shipped directly to you. Third, the bank will exist with one-side preparation service if required. Lastly, transactions are credited within 24 to 48 business hours. And bill payment. Firstly, online banking provides the ability to monitor current balance information and transaction on deposit account, reconcile account, place immediate stop payment without form of phone call, transfer fund between another bank account, loan inquiry, advance and pay down some restriction apply, pay employees through direct deposit, generate electronic debt and credit transaction. Lastly, customize multi-user security level. Next, bill payment provide the ability to attack invoice and credit informations, combine several set of invoice and set security level of additional employees. Third, positive payment. Current perform of cash management provide in positive payment. Firstly, in positive pay, the company electronically share its check register with all written check with the bank. Next, the bank will only pay the check listed in the register with the same specification as those listed in the register, such as amount recipient and serial number. Lastly, the system can significantly reduce check fraud. Current perform of cash management service provide lastly payable management and receivable management. Payable management have option to decide whether your payment is made in real time, in group or scheduled through our highly secure and efficient channel, better leverage efficiency and cost saving with our innovation debt account and management solution. Receivable management can provide timely and detailed report to facilitate the adjustment of your account. Our solution help reduce the need to visit our branch due to the COVID-19 outbreak. Even your debtor will be happy to pay you.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Siti Nur Farahi binti Abdul Rashid and my matric number 259024. Next, I will present about risk cash management service. For the risk that involved in cash management, we have three, which is credit risk, operating risk, and fraud risk. For the first is credit risk. What happens when the risk is credit risk? Is about short-term extension, which is cash management product automated, clearinghouse as ACH or remote deposited capture is occur when payment or other financial transaction clear, settled or reported. And it will be reviewed at least annually to ensure that bank annually extended credit. It will be efficient strategy, which is minimize credit risk, the ability to impose transaction limits on client. Next, operating risk. For the operating risk is about training workers, which is training workers is about sale cash management product that include organizational obstacle to successfully offering cash management product. Branch worker and loan officer. There should be educated and be training by the organization. They should know about the product, about the knowledge about the. It will be protection to CMS product, which is online banking, cable, and ACH or origination. And our worker with more knowledge will help easy to concern to the customer. Next is about fraud risk. Fraud risk is a payment fraud that's core cash management item, which is a tactic of fraudsters, which is constantly changing or become more sophisticated every year. So to carry out this problem, the bank at least annually about fraud risk assessment to the CMS, which is cash management service, or control in response to newly threat.
Hi, my name is Nur Amalia Izzati binti Tunut, matrix number 259012, and I would like to present the future performance of cash management services. There are few trends that will influence cash management in the future. First, banking products have become commodities. This trend happened when the corporate treasurer and CFO have come to view the quality of delivery and their bank relationship as most important than the product, regardless of its sophistication. The second one is the ecosystem have become increasingly complex. This happened when the budget are tight and many corporate have fewer resources. The treasurer wants to be a multi-bank and bank-agnostic platform for greater visibility and control. The third one is banks have become IT companies. Nowadays, IT has become so embedded in banking products, so that the industry traditional structure have become no longer works. In order to compete with a fintech rival, bank must focus on reducing error rates and provide corporate with a strong local support. And the last one is cybersecurity have become issue for the banker. The vast majority large companies have been targeted by the hacker. Worryingly, many attacks have been gone unnoticed. Banks have an opportunities to develop offering around the cyber security services.
Hello and good afternoon. My name is Syafiqah Izzati binti Muhammad Romzi. My matric number 256264. I will present on how the cash management services being affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. On this topic, I will discuss 3 points, which is first, the possible risk faced by bank during and after COVID-19 outbreak. Second, what bank do to help the government, and third, any new restriction or regulation imposed by the regulator. The possible risks faced by bank during and after COVID-19 is banking industry may face workforce problems during and after COVID-19 pandemic. Some workers will face job loss situation as banks have to limit their human resource to minimize the costs that have to bear it. This is because most bank branches operate with limited counter services and reduce their operating hours as banks have to follow the standard operating procedures SOP guideline during the MCO. By that, it resulted in economic downturn and declining gross domestic product GDP growth as predicted by Bank Negara between -2% and 0.5%, as well as decrease in demand for banking product. So, bank also has predicted that the unemployment rate is expected to increase to 4% in 2020. Moving to the next point is what bank do to help the governments. Bank believe that by increasing the capital and bank liquidity will help the government survive in this economic downturn. Previously, bank has introduced measures such as the automatic loan moratorium for businesses and individuals to reduce the cash flow pressure that may arise during this crisis. Not just that, it had also made two rate reduction in this year by reducing the overnight policy rate to 2.5%. Thus, personal loan application can be made through online during the lockdown to contact and assist customers safely that are affected by COVID-19. So, as a result, the loan procedure become easier as a customer do not have to risk their health to go to a bank branch physically. By this way, bank can sell their product and can manage their cash flow services to customer easily, and people can apply for loan from certain bank without hesitation. Not just that, bank also need to manage their credit portfolio and credit risk in this environment so that they can respond in advance to reduce the cost. Next, for the point, any new restriction and regulation imposed by the regulator is first, financial institution must ensure the adequacy of their strategic IT plan and cybersecurity. This plan is to address problems involving the complexity of institutional operation and the changes in the risk profile and the business environment. So that financial institutions must ensure that they are equipped with the right skill and knowledge to manage the cybersecurity risks that may arise. For example, the sensitive data such as customer information and digital or electronic business data must continue to be protected even though the employees working from home. In addition, financial institutions must ensure that they comply with all the regulations set by the Central Bank of Malaysia (BNM) to maintain a minimum capital and liquidity ratio that determined by the BNM at the level of capital adequacy appropriate to their risk profile at all the time. Not just that, the regulator also ensure the director and staff officer remain to be fit and healthy in this current situation. So, if director and officer are unable to perform their respective function for health reasons, notification must be made to BNM and the discussion will be held to appoint other officer to hold the relevant roles or other alternative measures may be taken, including the dismissal from office by the relevant parties. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. My name Muhammad Nur Azam bin Zainuddin. and my metric number 265102, and my part is for discussion about question number 5, which is what government direction toward to the bank for the COVID-19 lah. And then what it is. So this now in first quarter 2020, which is they call the pandemic of COVID-19. So where the COVID-19 come from? Okay, it come from China and spread to all other country, and then cost to Malaysia as well, and all worker for the COVID-19 pandemic crisis. Okay, all the Malaysian and worker in Malaysia has lost their job after government say or amend to make the MCO. Okay, back to our point, which is what government do with the bank on this COVID-19. Okay, first of all, the government has issued instruction to the bank across the country to implement a monetary policy, okay, to provide some flexibility in repayment on loan made by developers to case the burden of Malaysian who make loans. Later, the bank industry has agreed to provide additional target loan repayment assistance to individual borrow and SME. Okay, now we go to the next slide. Wait, what is this for the strategy? Okay, for the next question, what banks can or cannot do during COVID time? Okay, during COVID-19, the bank must protect the financial continuity for the consumer. Example, automatic deferment of payment or repayment of all financing facilities such as personal, residential, and vehicle for a period of the 6 months, including exception from the late payment charge. In addition, banks need to maintain the real economy. That's what bank must do lah. Okay, but what bank can do during COVID time? Okay, bank need to maintain a real economy, which mean SME, special special relaxation facilities to alleviate the short term in cash flow difficulties faced by the SME business owner. Okay, bank also need to make or create those that point for the second point. What bank must do, okay, need to create a form of affordable investment to regenerate the national economy to all levels of society through the introduction of the best investment. Okay. And then what bank cannot do during the COVID-19. Okay. The bank also during the this pandemic in Malaysia should not take the opportunity to put pressure to all their customer to collect to make a collection for their debt, or maybe they increase the interest rate for the payment, for the late repayment, and that would be the so difficult to the all Malaysian or all the debtor who has no job and has no income to survive during this MCO. Okay, that's all for me, and thank you.
Hi, my name is Nosafa Fika bint Azhar. My matric number is 256698. Okay, as the conclusion for cash management service, it was a key focus for a corporate treasury management where cash is the only certain rarity in financial reporting, that also known as the KIM, where it's very important for individuals and also the companies. Current cash position and future expected cash flow are the main determinant of the short term or the long term survival of the company. The ultimate goals of the cash management is to maximize liquidity and minimize the cost of fund. Bank will derive additional revenue stream from having cash management platform. Technology is a must nowadays because it make it our life more easier and save our time. Bank nowadays practice online service in their banking product and service than the conventional structure. In this COVID-19 pandemic, bank difficulties in managing their cash flow position as their first line of defense in reaching customer and providing product and service to current customer. This is because most bank branch operate with a limited counter service and reduce operating hours, as bank have to follow standard operating procedure (SOP) guideline during MCO. Through this online service, it will make it more easier for both bank and also customer, because bank still can have the engagement with the customer, and customer can have the service more easier, more convenient, and save their time. The moratorium also give an impact to the cash management service during this pandemic, where bank give a flexibility to the borrower to pay depends on the situation of the borrowers. The affected borrower are given an additional 3 months. Thus, the bank can manage the cash flow as best as possible through this assumption method. The bank needs to make a financial restructuring so that the cash management service can run in a stable condition during this pandemic. At last, management service create an opportunities that exist for developing a dealing platform or widely used money market product. Thank you.